I'm here to tell you about the fantastic Name the Game series from Australian Football Video. Now, there's over 200 games available, including final series, state games, night premierships, and the best home and away matches of the 91 and 92 seasons. Not just the highlights, not just the last quarter, but 100 minutes of top footy action. So pick up your free catalogue at any Brussels store. And remember, footy brings out the best in a person.
Fitzroy to go to the left of screen. Doug Hawkins loose in defence, as he often was when played for Footscray. Cook went early against Burton. Atkins, well, Hawkins and Atkins have had a lot of experience at this ground. Abraham, no free kick at centre wing.
That's interesting. The first blood going to Fitzroy there, fired up.
Gilbert's got it for Fremantle. Good tackle on him as well. Boyd will get a free kick, high tackle. Play on called. Barker to fall forward. Hogg ridden into the ground. No free kick. Play on called.
Why not a free kick? That was a terrific tackle laid by Johnson out on the outer half-forward flank for Fitzroy.
Burton and Cook go together. Cook just lays it down. Dale kick it. High tackle, gets a free kick. Well, he started his career here, didn't he? He's played for 5 clubs now, Kickett. And from half-back, he's away.
Kickett plays on. Chips into centre back. Finds Burton. Spider, what's he going to do? Legs to handball. No, does the dummy. Supported well. Kicks long down to centre-half forward. Oh, good mark. Matthew Dent in defence. Elects to play on. Kicks wide. Dougie's on his own. Crowd are cheering. Kicks short. Unable to mark. Barker, is it a free kick? Given, yes. Either in the back or too high. Barker plays on. Ball smothered. Here comes Waters, a chance. Over the top, they need to find Hawkins. Hawkins should change his direction. Zanotti, plenty of time now. Kicks long against the wind. Holds up. Oh, good mark. Good mark by Cook.
Cook now at centre-half forward does the bounce down in the centre square, and then Hawking onto the ball.
Ball holds up in the breeze, man at the back, good mark. Played 17 games last year in a very good team, North Melbourne. It's not a bad kick to Edwards in the centre. A mature player from Claremont. He's had quite a good start to both his matches so far and then failed to finish off. Good kick to Waters. Waters at centre-half forward. Burrows wide, gets him.
You asked the question, why was McCarthy so far up the ground? There were 2 Fitzroy players. He made it 3, and his man slips back and takes an uncontested mark, well within kicking distance.
It's funny, Bruce, every time that there's a loose man, he has to take advantage of that situation. Really, there should not be a loose Fremantle player in that situation with Dougie Hawkins being on his own.
Burrows has kicked a goal. So the first goal of the match goes to Craig Burrows. Kicked 3 last week and looked pretty good. And Don, there's no question he's a good finisher.
Well, I was impressed with him against Richmond. Just the athleticism he showed. He was an outstanding player, but he just was a player that showed something, and centre-half forward, difficult position to play. They've got a...
Back in the centre, free kick to Burton. Cook going early there. It's going to be a key clash, Don, Burton and Cook out.
Well, actually, Burton took Cook's run up then and still got the free kick.
Leach, McCarthy, not really good enough there. You've got to go better than that. Abraham from about 70. That's a great kick. It's a goal. A beauty. Well, he can play a bit, Don. You highlighted him before the game. And that one from a long way out.
But the mistake was with McCarthy once again. Watch this. There is McCarthy. As you said, Bruce should have made a better effort, and he hung his head. That's John McCarthy as that ball went through. So 2 goals coming from McCarthy mistakes across half-back.
Ball's back in the centre now. Fremantle, 2 goals straight. Burton, a whistle. Fitzroy player in the square, approaching.
Stretch coming over the front end of the square for Fitzroy.
Free kick to Waters, gives it to Allen quickly. Down towards centre forward, Hutton in front. Ball punched away. Here's a chance for Burton on his left foot. Oh, very clever. Oh, great goal, Burton.
Well, they're certainly ramming home an advantage, or taking advantage of the wind, Fremantle. It was Fitzroy that drew first blood and went up from their forward line with very aggressive play. But there's Burton. And that is exceptional play from the big fellow, running down, putting pressure across half forward. Fremantle's third goal. Normally a right foot kick, Burton.
Well, they're off to a fly, aren't they? The Dockers here at 3 goals. And Fitzroy yet to score. Burton goes early. Atkins couldn't control it, had to give it away in the end. Edwards with an opportunity, should get a free kick, he's got it. Boyd into his back. It'll come back to Edwards at centre wing. One of the 13 players from the Claremont club originally involved in this game. There's another one, Allen to Houghton. Well, the signs are not good early for for Fitzroy. They're terrific for Fremantle. Ben Allen, I just saw him a moment ago. Twice in the AFL Team of the Year, and for 3 consecutive seasons in the top 2 at Hawthorn. He won the best and fairest when they won their premiership. Here's Houghton, a former #1 draft pick in the competition, and pushed it away to the right for a point. So Hutton missing. First game for the season for Fremantle. And the Lions to bring it back in, but they're struggling into the breeze at 3-1 to no score.
Paxman chooses to play on, gets another 4 yards, kicks long against the wind. Oh, good mark. Hawkins, traditionally at full-back, but now on the forward line. The axe is off. Goes inboard, puts McCarthy under pressure. Back to Atkins again. They may get out of it this time. Boyd to settle, decides to touch the ground. Kicks long. Looking for the Hawk direction. Punch clear by O'Reilly. Burton a chance now. The Dockers, elect to change direction. Good kick by Kickett over to man. Quick hands. Finds Edwards on wing. Edwards in short. Oh, he's got a paddock, Ridley. Elects to kick long with the breeze. Goal square. Off players. Rush for 1 behind. Fremantle with the aid of probably a 4 or 5 goal breeze. 3 goals to Fitzroy yet to score. Bruce, I hope we don't get another Fitzroy not scoring for 2 or 3 quarters like 2 weeks ago.
It's early days yet, Russell. They might be all right with the breeze behind them in a moment. Paxman told to hurry up with it, and goes over the line, so it's going to be a bounce. So bad mistake there by Paxman. Probably a bit rattled by the fact that the umpire's given him a heave-ho and told him to hurry.
He's been in excellent form, Paxman, and his last 2 weeks he kept Salmon to a couple of goals when they played Essendon. Kept Cook goalless last week.
But not so good just on that occasion. Chandler had it. Paxman punched it through and over the line from behind. Jeff White on the ground, I noticed, the #1 draft pick from last year for Fremantle, the Southern Stingrays teenager, number 34. And short to McCarthy. Former North Melbourne player in his 3rd season here. Puts Chandler under pressure. Some of the handball's been disappointing. Dent back to McCarthy at centre half back. Poor kick. Gee, that's not good footy.
The breeze, Bruce, is a real factor here. It is strong. He's trying to kick the leather off the ball and just didn't go anywhere except to an opposition teamer.
So the spider from the centre square lobs it in the goal square and at the back rolls through for a behind.
Well, there's the difference, isn't it, as far as distance goes on kicks?
Yeah, it's probably worth about 20 metres on the kick, isn't it? Anything from about 50 to 55, you're going to have no trouble getting the distance to the right. You're going to need to be within about 40 to the left of screen. Paxman to bring it back in. Fremantle a 3-4, Fitzroy yet to score.
Paxman goes defensive side in short, over Atkins' head, and short was meant for him. Hawkins held to take the free kick. Going short again, they're chipping it around Fitzroy. Boyd, back to Atkins, up to centre wing. Oh, good mark. Cook on centre wing. Strong play in front. The ball is holding up, so they've got to go short, I believe. Inboard. Hawkins changed direction to Pike. Into the centre. Looking for Zanotti. Zanotti's got plenty of time. His keeping's off. Back to Hawkins. Trying to set up a forward play. And they've done well. Johnson. About 8 20 metres out. Chips in short again to Barker. It's all about possession at the moment. Across the ground. Inboard. Dent.
That's a good kick.
Yes. Good mark to Dent. About 65 out. They're coming wide to Zanotti this time. It's a bit like basketball, setting up a forward play. Zanotti's under trouble. Oh, kick it. Good defence by Fremantle. Norwich this time, nowhere to go.
Good tackling by Fitzroy.
Zanotti this time. Plenty of time again. McCarthy kicks into the pocket. Looking for Holt, but not quick enough. Over the line for a throw in about 45 metres from Fitzroy's goal.
Bringing the ball across that half-forward line. And maybe his experience of Bernie Quinlan, he played here. Doug Hawkins also played here, and they know the intricacies of this ground.
See, the conditions are nearly perfect temperature-wise. It's just the breeze that's going to make this a difficult match. 50 metres from the goal. That's Chandler, number 27. Now, the odds here, Fremantle were favourites of 13 to 8 on and Fitzroy 10 to 9 against. So not much in it betting-wise. Pike tries to go through with it, can't do it. Here's Waters, low to the ground. Sweeps a handle, gets a bit of distance. Hawkins sits and waits. Clever. It's a very good player, isn't he? In his 18th season, Zanotti in short at the 50. Gilbert at the back. Gets to Parker. McGovern, I should say. He's had a haircut since last Friday night. Played all right too against Essendon, gave that up a bit too quickly. Leach, Norrish, they're playing with confidence. Fremantle runs his measure. That's a fantastic kick. It's given the forwards every chance. Young White made a meal of it. Wharf gets back. White's tackle a beauty. He's got him. And White, the 18-year-old, is going to have the opportunity to kick a goal in his first kick in league footy.
Actually, the tackling terrific. Here he is. He overran the ball initially, White, but you can show there, he shows there how good his recovery is by coming back, laying a tackle, but more importantly, getting a free kick from the tackle.
Well, he's got such development in him, hasn't he? Just 18 years of age. The #1 draft pick, he's only kicked from 20 metres out, and he's scored a goal in his first kick in league footy. Jeff White from the Southern Stingrays last year. Fremantle off to a great start here. 4 goals for Fitzroy yet to score.
Well, he had big raps, White. He just did what he wanted to do in the under-18 competition here in Victoria last year. He was an outstanding ruck prospect. Here he is overrunning the ball. But more importantly, the way he goes back, lays the tackle. And Fremantle, I don't think will put him into the ruck yet.
Don, I notice White's wearing those leg pants. What do you think of those? What are your comments on those these days, the players wearing these?
Well...
Come on, Scotty, you were just saying something about them.
Well, I don't know. I think they should. Their skills should be such that they don't need those things.
Allen out of the centre, looking for Waters. Oh, good play by Fitzroy in front position. Chandler gets the free kick, being manhandled. Plays on quickly. Dougie Hawkins, bit of a worm burner. Under pressure now, back to Pike. Oh, a lot of mistakes, Bruce. Unforced errors. I think Dougie realises that now. I think they've got to settle it down.
It looks as if he's trimmed down a little bit too from last year, Hawkins.
Put in a good pre-season. About 60 metres out from Fremantle goal. Throw in. Burrows against McCarthy. McCarthy the front position. Gives it to Bizzotto. To Pike. Up towards centre wing. Hawking. Grabbed and free kick. Good play by Hawking.
Playing on the ball, Hawking.
Must be in front. Doing it well. Just on the Fremantle side of centre wing. Chips into Bizzotto. Bizzotto's off. Handball now. To Pike. Through the centre. Unable to mark by Fitzroy. Zanotti off the ground. Here's a chance now for Holt. He can bend down, pick it up. Oh, tried to find the gap. Intercepted by O'Reilly. To Burton. Chipping short. To Leach. Long kick. Up to the half-forward line. Burrows and McCarthy. Can they beat it to the boundary line? Ball beats them. Throw in about 65 out from Fremantle's goal. Bruce, that Quentin Leach has had a broken finger. I think he's playing with a lot of pins in his finger at the moment, so it's a pretty courageous effort.
Yeah, broke it against Richmond in the opening game.
Yeah.
Burrows and McCarthy at the back. Zanotti, Atkins. Atkins a little one away. Hawkins on hands and knees. Back to Boyd. Sweeps the handball. Back again to Dent. In his second season, formerly with the Double Blues in South Australia. Sturt. Leach, who Russell was talking about a moment ago, goes in short. Loose men. Here's Norrish. Centering kick. Another good kick towards Hutton. Good stretch by Paxman. Unfortunately, couldn't hold it. Pike, who's had a couple of touches, he's gone.
Too slow.
Well, he was lucky, Don. High tackle.
Well, he had a Fitzroy player directly in front of him, Bruce. He could have laid the handball off, but tried just to do a little bit too much.
Baldwin comes to centre wing. Paxman's come up the ground. Running off him cleverly, though, is Wardell Johnson, and he gives it up back to Pike at half-back. 4-4 Fremantle. Fitzroy yet to score.
Pike short to Boyd. Boyd plays on. Gives it to Wharf. Wharf into the centre. Good hands by Zanotti. Looking to set it up.
It's not much offering because there's just a crowd of players, a sea of players in front of him.
Legs to kick wide. Good mark by Barker. Well, gives Norwich one for his business. A cross game to Hawkins.
It's an obvious ploy by Fitzroy when going into the breeze.
Well, Quinlan must be telling them they've got to set the ball up. Oh, Atkins isn't quick enough. But, oh, clever ball. Good hard tackle. Atkins again back to Hawkins. Allows the ball to roll over the boundary line on centre wing.
Apologising, Doug. For what, I don't know.
Throw in. Ridley takes the knock. Burton again. Here's a chance now for Norrish. Good handball, finds Abraham. Very fast, Abraham. Plenty of time. Kicks long. Burrows unable to grab. Good play on the ground. Fremantle forwards holding it in. Good defence by Fitzroy.
Gilbert off the ground too for Fremantle. Coming on is Anthony Jones. Whether Gilbert's injured, I just do not know. He walked off with the assistance of a trainer.
Throw up. Zanotti on the run. Slips. Fitzroy are fumbling. Here's a chance now for Burrows. You normally a good kick. Round the corner, bounces.
It's against Hutton, pushing Paxman out. Paxman in front, the ball went over his head and Hutton caught behind, gave away the free kick.
Plays on. Goes the run. Kicks out wide. Looking for McCarthy. He's got plenty of time. Swings around the corner, up to centre wing. A good strong play by Mann.
It's pushed there.
Umpire elects for a push in the back.
Cook in front once again.
Centre wing Cook to half forward. Now there's not a Fitzroy player behind this mark to goal. So see the strength of the breeze. Burton, who's got back very well.
Now why wouldn't he go straight down the ground?
Jones has got it at centre wing. Fitzroy just trying to hold off Fremantle here, who lead 4-4 yet to score. Ridley was a good fly at the back. Zanotti's had a few touches. Ben Allen off the ground. Hutton goes with Paxman. Paxman went to ground. So does Hutton. Over the top of him now, Paxman, and will get a free kick for holding the footy.
Didn't attempt to bring that ball out then, Hutton.
Dent the target. Good kick. Gets him on the chest. Zanotti wants it in at centre half back. It's been sort of the key, Zanotti, and the fact that they've gone through him a lot. Now Atkins on the up to Boyd. Stops, props. Tries a neat little one to Cook at centre half forward. He's taken it. Should go on. Does now. You've got to keep it low. Hogg, Jones with him. Jones and Hogg.
Well done, Hogg.
Yep, determination. Johnson goes off the ground out of play. And Fitzroy have got it as deep as they've had it all quarter. There's Hogg, leading goal kicker at Richmond on 4 occasions. Captain of the club in 1993. And 3 times in a season he's kicked more than 50 goals. So the pedigree's there for a big day.
Cook gets the tap. Fremantle defence under pressure here. McGovern it is. O'Reilly to clear. Will he go the long run like last? Tony takes one bounce. Kicks into centre wing. Zanotti's a chance. Good desperate stuff, Zanotti. Atkins, chance to set it up. Boyd the target. Kicks a bit askew. Chance for Allen. Kick it. Here come the Dockers to clean it up. Mistakes made. Oh, good play. Matthew Dent on the burst. Here's a chance now. Pike, back to Dent. forced errors. Fitzroy again to set it up. Hawking in short to Pike, who's followed up from the back line. About 65 out, probably take 2.5 kicks from here.
Fremantle have got the numbers in defence.
Strong breeze. Pike going short again. Good lead, good mark. Barker. Johnson calling for it quickly in the square. Long kick, falls short, over Kickett's head. Here's a chance for Fitzroy to put the first score on the board. Johnson running to the pocket, round the corner. Unfortunately, out of bounds on the full.
That's an indication of how strong this breeze is here at the Western Oval. Johnson would have normally have got that into the goal square, but it just didn't even make it.
McGovern to O'Reilly. And away he goes. Look at that for rebound. Short kick and then one long one. Over centre wing. Well played, Atkins. Dent. Half-back flankers and midfielders getting a lot of touches for Fitzroy because of the way the game's being played. Hawking, Pike. Still with Pike. And again, handball to Barker. Barker tries to strike a tackle, goes back to Pike at centre wing. Inboard to Hawking, again to Pike. Onto his left. Wobbly high, one important ball this one because it'll be a big rebound for Fremantle. Hawkins I should say, tries a little bit of experience. Chandler hangs onto it for a long time, holds it up.
Bruce, the way they're playing at Fitzroy, there's obvious a plan there. They're just not doing it on one occasion. They're doing it every occasion. This possession football. So if that's the case in point, they're really following instructions to the hilt. Well done, Fitzroy.
Had 50 kicks to 34 so far in this match. Quick kick by Boyd. Now Hogg. McGovern. Hogg again. Good tackle by McGovern. Tackle by Stretch was okay. Hip and shoulder by Baldwin, all right. But with numbers again, Leach is able to come away for Fremantle.
Leach has bounced twice. Looking good. Over the top now to Allen for support. Oh, good hands, Allen. Leach again for his fourth bounce. Looking to set it up. Driving long. Looking for some forwards. Oh, good strong mark. Rowan Wall. Done well. Up to Paxman. Plays on. Finds Atkins in centre half back. Atkins plenty of time. Here we go. The running walk again. Good follow-up for Troy. Unfortunately made a mistake. Abraham to recover. Off to Wills. Wills bounces once. Oh, takes him on. Good tackle. Oh, good handball as well. Back to Norrish. Miller in the square can't mark. One-on-one McCarthy.
Oh,
good body work. Great body work. Miller it is again. Well tackled. Oh, good tough football. Good football.
Well, there was only one player playing the ball down there, and that was McCarthy. Should have been rewarded for his efforts by the umpire.
Let him play on. Paxman decides to do just that. Finds McCarthy. They're not too sure where to go. Hawkins. Kicks wide. Wolf again. The pocket. Aiming to kick low against this strong breeze. Up to half back. Barker can't mark. Here's a chance for Norrish. Ball out of bounds. 75 metres out from Fremantle goal. Fitzroy a lot of possession, Bruce. The Cunstons can't make inroads.
Well, into that strong breeze, as we've said a few times. 4-5 Fremantle. They haven't scored a goal for a while now. They had 4 in a hurry. Hawking. 11-minute mark, they scored their last goal. Leach at centre wing. A floater, be a difficult ball to mark. Paxman took Hutton out cleverly. McCarthy is going to handball. Gets it inside to Dent. Dent punches it into the breeze. O'Reilly. Notice they brought O'Reilly up from fullback. Probably got to play the ball as an attacker. Cook caught, good tackle O'Reilly. Play on, Kicker gives it up in a hurry. Edwards gives it over to Stretch. Stretch inboard to Boyd. Boyd just floats one. Hogg in front of Jones. Jones well played. Well read goal. Chance for Pike. Little left footer. Misses. Well, I'm not sure if they'll get a better opportunity. He read it well. Straight in the body, but missed the goal. 4-5 to a behind. McGovern to bring it back in.
McGovern goes defensive side, short to Leach. Held up by Boyd. Boyd had a big chance to set it up there, but elected to kick a big floater. He had Johnson in the pocket before, but I don't think he must have seen him. Leach with plenty of time.
All options covered down the ground.
That's the kick. Go long when in doubt. Up to the wing to Burton. Burton can't mark. It's a scramble. Chandler can't grab it. On the bottom of the pack. Who wants it? Abraham does. Oh, a bit of pace. Well done, Abraham. Up to centre forward. Don's not happy. Kicked up. Tackled after he kicked the ball.
And Simon Atkins, the aggressor on that occasion, not happy either, but boy, is the game soft nowadays.
Miller, 35 out. Shoots. Looks good. Goal to Fremantle.
Well, Peter Miller's first goal coming from the fact there was a relay kick down the ground, but Atkins was committed. He was in mid-flight, and it wasn't a hard bump on centre wing, but the umpire deemed it was after the ball had gone, and the relay free kick paid down the ground. Hence, the 5th goal for Fitzroy, for Fremantle.
Fitzroy, one behind. Fremantle at 5-5-35. Chandler injured at the moment for Fitzroy on the wing, holding his right wrist. Not sure if he'll come off. Cook wins the tap cleverly. Baldwin out of the centre. 2 half forward. Pike, who's been moved up forward. He's had a few touches. Mann gives away a free kick. Now Hogg's in the goal square. Pike won't be able to get that far with the kick. Pike punches it low into the breeze. Not bad. Was looking for Boyd. McGovern. A couple of seasons in Sydney. He's done well for Fremantle in his 2 games to date. Ben Allen away. Little left footer looking for Waters. Bit too far.
That's
McCarthy.
better by McCarthy. More positive.
Well played, Norris. Showed a lot of courage. Waters a good handballer. Allen out wide looking for Burrows. Barker with him.
Free kick.
And going to Burrows, just hanging on against Barker at half forward. Hutton provides the first lead. Burrows lopes around, just wants the breeze to do the job basically. Hutton, oh, good mark. Flew, held his position against Atkins and took a finger tipper.
He's really got a football brain, knows how to play the position of full forward. The only problem with Hutton is he's too small to play that position. He's a terrific kick for goal. He knows when to lead.
So Hutton, who's scored 1 behind so far, had a good season in Brisbane, not so successful in Sydney. Right on the 50, good kick on the siren, he's got the goal. Well, that's the perfect finish to a very good quarter by the Fremantle Dockers. Hutton's first, so they had 6 separate goal scorers in the opening term, 6-5 to a point. As we start the second term at the Western Oval.
Hawkins still a loose man on the back line, running through.
So that's to the left of our screen. Fitzroy going to the right. Important they get a couple of early goals with the breeze. Waters held up. Leach is on his own for Fremantle halfback because of the Hawkins move by Bernie Quinlan.
Cook hurt himself too, though. I think the ball was kicked into his head when he was on the ground. Someone came through and tried to kick it off the ground and made contact with Cook's head.
He just gave it a big rub, didn't he? He goes against Burton. Burton wins the tap and has another go, but has to concede. Well played, Norwich, because the ball was going in Fitzroy's favour. Stretch into the man. Mazzotto back to Baldwin. Good hands by McGovern to kick it. Gee, this would sting an early goal. Got to make full use of it. Miller close to the ground. Still Miller. Miller gets a second go. Back to Hutton. Clever by Hutton. Gives it to Edwards at 45. Wobbles one, and it's going to come back from behind. So a point to Edwards and a Fremantle. There's 6-6.
So often this happens that a team who's kicking with the breeze in the second quarter, and that's Fitzroy, maybe just sit back a little bit in the traces, whereas a team that had the breeze, Fremantle, really do work hard. And it's going to be a real case of catch-up football for Fitzroy.
Hawking kicks long up the centre back. Boyd in front. Burton can't grab it. Misses both. Burton doing the roving. Very scrambly play. Shot out now to Atkins. Here's an opportunity now for Fitzroy. Baldwin on his left. Oh, good mark to Cook. Playing very well at centre forward. Elects to play on. Puts himself under pressure now. Fremantle able to hold it up.
The idea was right. Execution poor as far as Cook went.
Well, it's all about practice. At least he's getting the ball. Ball up. Fitzroy side of centre. Burton gets the tap. Atkins goes backwards. There's now a chance for Zanotti. Handball to Barker on his left foot. Dougie Hawkins running with the flight of the ball. Can't mark it. Hog's a chance now. Left handball. Here's a chance for Fitzroy. Bozzotto on his left foot. 1 point. Takes Fitzroy to 2 behinds to Fremantle 6 goals 6.
Frank Bozzotto has just played 16 games in his 4 seasons prior to this, so it's been a real battle for him. Surely McGovern's had enough time. Now wide. Burton will be his target. Doesn't quite get that far. Edwards unable to take the mark. Baldwin. Boyd goes back to Hawkins. Hawkins to Atkins. On his left. Has to kick in a hurry. Not a good result. In the pocket. Tackle on Leach. Good by Johnson. Hogg's left foot's a goal. That's what they wanted, the Lions. Hogg gets the first for Fitzroy, and they're on the ball. It's 22 to 6-6.
Well, maybe it was a good chase by Johnson, but also a critical slip. Here's the ball. Now, Fitzroy guy's behind. Look how far Johnson's behind, but at least he caused the turnover. And Fitzroy capitalising. Players of today so skilled. If there's a turnover, they usually capitalise. If the opposition capitalises.
Ball up in the centre. Burton now. Kick it's a chance, doing a bit of dancing. Over to Wills, quick hands to Norris, too fast for Zanotti. Here's a chance now up into the forward line. Ridley on his chest, good mark. About 30 metres out on a slight angle. Here's a chance now for Fremantle to answer Fitzroy's goal.
Always liked Ridley when he played for Essendon, playing up on that forward line.
Ridley, kick looks good. It sure is. Fremantle 7.
Well, they've already done better than what Fitzroy did when kicking into the breeze. Fremantle. There's Ridley, always promising at Essendon. His first game was particularly good at the MCG. His first goal, Ridley.
Kick 5, Don, prior to this in the 2 matches, so he's been pretty good, Ridley. Back in the centre, 7-6 to 1-2. So Fremantle will be very happy. They conceded 1 to Hogg, but got one back in a hurry. Hawkins trying to go off the ground. Atkins to Zanotti at centre wing. Chip Stretch he needs, and that's just what Stretch needed to do. Paxman playing on the forward line with Hawking in the back line. O'Reilly to kick it. Not good by Kickett. He's always going to hold up. Boyd should have got a free kick. Back to Atkins. Paxman has to stop and wait. Back to Zanotti. Again, Fitzroy just having trouble getting some rhythm. Centering kick okay to Barker. He's got McCarthy wide. Again, a lot of possessions this time with the breeze. McCarthy decides to go long. Hawkins the target. He's got him.
He can go short, Bruce. Too slow. Now, what Hawkins did then, and it's an object lesson for any young footballer, he turned his back on goal. Johnson was going in by himself. Watch this mark. He's got his back to goal, and he continued to have his back to goal. Johnson had it. He's got to make amends, and I don't think he has. No, he hasn't. Hawkins, a bad mistake by an experienced player.
So leading goal kicker at Footscray in 1991 when he played in the forward pocket. So as Don said, an opportunity lost for Fitzroy, 1-3 to 7-6.
Kick in short to O'Reilly. Opportunity now to set it up out of the back line for the Dockers. Over Jones's head. Oh! Atkins can't mark. Parker, first gamer to Waters. Chance now to clear it for Leach. Goes wide. The breeze takes it out of bounds on the full.
That was an excellent effort by Atkins. He got up for the mark and then followed up with a tackle on Parker at centre-half back.
Baldwin kicks into the forward line. Dougie Hawkins on his own. Cardinal Aragon.
Yes, well, Fitzroy were guilty of this. Now Fremantle are.
Hawkins plays on into the square. Here's a chance for Johnson. Yes.
This young fellow has got a lot of ability. He was playing for the Northern Knights, Johnny, a couple of years ago. His debut was last year for Fitzroy. But he's a real goer and a real goal sneak.
On a pretty tight angle.
He's capable of running around and opening up the angle.
Hits the post. Fitzroy 1-4, Fremantle 7-6. 5-minute mark of the second quarter.
48-10. 7 different goal kickers for Fremantle, and Hogg the goal scorer for Fitzroy. McGovern.
That's interesting. All the Fitzroy players have got their hands up that are ringing the huddle of Fremantle at centre-half back. It's an interesting ploy.
Now McGovern forced to go long and wide. Again the target, Burton. Good spoil by Cook out of play. So Fitzroy having the ball at half forward but needing to penetrate quickly here. They trail by 48-10. Ball about 55 metres from their goal. Burton and Cook. Burton wins the tap. Good take by Waters to Leach. Holds it up a bit. Well played there by Bizzotto, who ran with Waters. Wins a free kick and will go back to him.
There actually was excellent play, Bruce. Excellent play.
Bizzotto will kick from about 70 metres. Goes to centre half forward. Hogg the target. Got there a bit early, Hogg. But off hands, Johnson. Tried to run down the tackle. Couldn't quite. Atkins. Hands are good. Normally goes back to Boyd. Should kick a goal from 45. The captain misses. Peppers and sprays it. So with Hawkins, Johnson and Boyd all missing goals that could have been kicked, Fitzroy struggled up to 1-5 to 7-6.
Hasn't he got quick hands, Atkins? And good hands too.
He's had 12 handballs so far, Don. Atkins, 5 kicks, 12 handballs.
Leach kicks wide. Good spoil by Baldwin. Can't find man. Here's a chance now for Edwards. Oh, good quick hands to Waters. Waters up to centre wing, keeping the ball low against the breeze. Spoiled by McCarthy. Burrows unable to grab it. Here's a chance now. Burrows using his weight. Cook can't pick it up properly. Abraham. Oh, good clever work. Good tackle by Fitzroy. Took a chance now. Kicks up to Hawkins.
I think a free kick for the... He's bringing it back. Interesting.
Fitzroy supporters aren't happy. Hawkins having the advantage. Wolf now. Up towards Pike. Wrestling. Can't mark. Good tackle by Fitzroy. Atkins a chance. Round the corner. Barker on the run. Ball's too far for him. It's 1-on-1 now. Barker and Norris. Good tackle by Norris. Keeps his feet. Clever work. Norris to Allen. Keeping's off here. Kick it. Back to Norris. Paxman a chance now. Oh, taken high. Free kick. Free tackle by Allen. Paxman about 70 metres out. Could put it long up into the square if he gets onto it. Not many options.
Oh, there's nothing going.
Disappointing for Fitzroy. Oh, Cook can't mark. Atkins now. Hawking down from full back. Long left footer into the square. Burton in front. Good play. Kick it. Drumming. Very scrambly work. Bergen caught. Boyd now. Round the corner. Great goal of Brad Boyd.
In the preview to the show, we saw Gilbert running down the ground with plenty of time and then mucked it up, caused a turnover because he had plenty of time to do what he wanted with the ball. The same thing happened with Paxman, and he was in 2 minds, he just had too long. And it's better when a player does the instinctive thing like Boyd does on that occasion. That's the way they're trained, that's the way they should react.
2-5, 7-6. McGovern off, looks injured for Footscray, for Fremantle, I should say. And Gilbert back on. Free kick for a throw out of the centre. The advantage given now to Bizzotto. Short, gets to Johnson. Wolves playing on him. Johnson short. Pike. He can kick a goal, Pike. Last year at Melbourne. He kicked 25 goals.
I was interested in the way that Gilbert came onto the ground. He was so nonchalant, just ran onto the ground, just trotted onto the ground. Not much enthusiasm. Well, that's a good mark there by Pike. Started on the back line, now up forward.
As I said, Don, he's kicked 25 goals last year for Melbourne. And on 4 occasions, he kicked 4 or better, and he kicked 5 goals in one of their finals. That's good, that's a goal.
He's got a lot of ability, Pike. As Bruce said, the goals he kicked, he was used as a shock trooper for Melbourne last year up on that forward line. He was a little bit wayward, I think, off the ground. Hence he's at Fitzroy, but he's a player with a lot of ability. Martin Pike, there he is, a real goer, and does possess great skill.
3-5-7-6 Fremantle. Ball up in the centre. Here's a chance now for Miller. Taken. Good strong tackle by Fitzroy. They've got their tails up. The crowd are on fire. So are Fitzroy in the last 5 minutes. They're throwing everything at Fremantle. Fitzroy side of the centre. It's Cook against Burton. No one wins. Very crowded. Boyd has a chance. Off the ground by Fitzroy. Miller's a chance now. Paxman round the corner. Fresh air. Off the ground by Fitzroy. Shot out. Johnson is quick. Just chips to Barker. Elects to go long. Looks for the lead. Good punch by Mann. Edwards and Atkins. Atkins taken high. Chance.
Very well done by Atkins to anticipate the punch and come running through as he did. He's well within kicking distance, Atkins.
Do you think he can make the distance, Don?
Oh, easily. Just a question of accuracy.
Atkins, deliberate shot. Doesn't look bad off the boot. Great goal, Simon Atkins.
Simon Atkins does possess a lot of skill. We've seen that skill. It's been evident today in the way that he's used his hands. The one thing that Simon's got to do is lose a little bit of weight. He just looks as if he is a little bit overweight. But he does possess a lot of skill. If he can keep that weight under control, he's got a future, or he can increase his stay at AFL football.
4-5-7-6. Fitzroy's kicked 3 goals in 4 minutes. They're making their run. Baldwin out wide. Norris to get back. Tackle by Stretch was good, and again he's got him. Well, given plenty of time, Norris. Barker run down. He'll get a free kick at centre wing.
That was a terrific tackle by Stretch.
So John Barker, who debuted last year, the 20-year-old, centering kick, Atkins, kick it, Hawkins, Atkins pushes it forward. That was Dougie, missed it. Atkins, who's become the dominant player, kick it, Ben Allen, been quiet. Not sure if he's fully fit, Ben Allen, goes wide. O'Reilly goes after it and out of play. Don, 11 goals scored, 11 different goal scorers, 7 from Fremantle, 4 from Fitzroy so far.
Yeah, it's terrific, isn't it? But I was just looking at the stats of Atkins before, 21 possessions, not even half time.
Boyd to go against Burton. Talk about David and Goliath, and Boyd will get a free kick. Well, the big fellow won't be happy there. When you've got the edge, you don't give it away.
He's got to kick it long.
He's got Pike in the goal square, and that's the way Boyd goes. This is a chance for a goal. The Lions are steaming back. The captain gets his second. So they've kicked 4 goals in 6 minutes. 4 goals in 6 minutes, the Lions. It's 5-5 for 7-6.
And in the goal square is Martin Pike, on his former teammate Phil Gilbert. And it was Pike's strength to run out on that occasion, allowing that ball to go through. Good passage of play by Fitzroy.
Fitzroy 5-5, Fremantle 7-6. 13 points short. Ball's bounced. Burton gets the big punch. Allen's a chance. Held. Hasn't got it. Ben Allen to take the free kick. seen Burton. Oh, Burton's followed up well from 55.
So this is where they're getting caught out, Russell.
Oh, runs into the man on the mark. Risotto done well. Fitzroy defence to hold it in here. Oh, here's a chance now for Miller. Back to Allen. Can't pick it up. Fitzroy got their tails up. Man's a chance. Oh, round the corner. Wills is on his own. Oh, great fly off the ground, but to goal. Todd Ridley. Ridley's second.
And what I was saying about being caught out, Fitzroy changed their rucks after the bounce down. And what Burton's doing is running down onto that forward line. He was responsible for setting that play up across the 50-metre line. Hence, they're in front. They're capitalised on the scoreboard, Fremantle, by the work of Burton. Maybe that's something Fitzroy can look at, a better change.
8-6-5-5. Couple of handy goals by Fremantle into the breeze. Kick it. McGregor puts a long tackle on Mann. He should have got rid of it earlier, McGregor. I mean the tackle, because Mann had given up the footy and it would have been play on, but he just held on a bit long. Mann goes out wide. Wardell Johnson, as it has just come on, takes the mark. He's a promising, I was going to say colt, but he's not all that young. He's 25 years of age. He's a beautiful kick, and look at that into the breeze. Gets nice distance. Hawkins, Zanotti. Important that ball didn't go out in the forward, but he's brought it straight back to O'Reilly. It was touch play on anyway. Jeff White, the tackle on him by Barker, out of play. Still a handy break, Fremantle, despite Fitzroy's charge, 8-6-5-5. They're the kicks in the second quarter, Don. So again, the possessions with the Lions. Paxman in the front spot, Allen in the back. Kick-up was there with Hawkins. Now Allen. Keeps it low into the breeze, was looking for Hutton, and here's Baldwin.
Baldwin saving defence, goes down the middle, finds Paxman. Fitzroy got a chance now to set it up. Next to go wide, finds Barker. Barker's got plenty of time now to kick long. Jeff White unable to mark, had a chance, but the ball goes out of bounds about 40 metres from the Fitzroy goal. Fitzroy, the confidence, it's risen since quarter time. Throw in now. Cook's a chance. Dougie Hawkins held without it. Play on. Waters on the bottom of the pack. Umpire elects to ball up again about 30 metres out. Fitzroy 5-5, Fremantle 8-6. Elects to throw it up. It must be softy. We've had a bit of rain during the week. Ball goes nowhere. Pack forms again. Be another throw up. Very crowded. Cook. There's a chance now. Ball smothered. Chance for... Oh, good shot by Pike. Offline for one behind.
McGregor getting it out to Pike, so it's 5-6-8-6, 1 goal through to Pike. It's been really busy today.
Yeah, the Fitzroy players all got their hands up once again as if they're standing the mark. You can see that, and see the players with the Fitzroy players with their hands above their heads. It's an interesting ploy, I haven't seen that before.
Edwards goes very short, gets to O'Reilly. Noticed a couple of minutes ago McGovern was trying to stretch out on the boundary line and running up and down to see if he'd be fit enough to come back on. O'Reilly brings it towards centre wing. Barker at the back. Burrow's able to come forward, but free kick going to Barker. It's been all right, young Barker, hasn't he? Yeah, he's had 9 and 2.
It's the attacking wing to which the Fremantle side have brought the ball.
Barker, big kick to the goal square. Johnson sat, waited. O'Reilly the only one to go for it. And one of the big fellas had to go with him. And here's a loose man created with White, the 18-year-old. Kicked a goal in his first kick in AFL footy in the first quarter. That's not so good. Abraham set up badly at centre wing. Clever by Baldwin, because he realised that Wharf was on his own. Now Bizzotto goes off the ground. Messy play, White underneath it. Cook with him. White straight out of bounds deliberately, but won't be penalised, and it's a throw in.
Good effort by the youngster. He's outnumbered 2-1.
About 70 or 80 metres out from Fitzroy goal. Cook and White. McGregor tries to bust through the pack, can't pick it up. Chance now for Kickett. Goes in short. Oh, Burrows. Great mark. Stood on Dougie Hawkins' shoulders. Burrows keeps it low, up past centre wing. Waters, good use of the body. Clever Waters. Kicks up to half forward. McCarthy with a run. Can't mark. Zanotti to mop up. Here's a chance now. Hawking. Kicking through the centre. The Pike direction. Can't mark. White in the back of the pack. Plenty of time. I think the game's stopped here. Miller. There's a chance now for Fremantle to set it up. Fitzroy wouldn't want them to score. Ben Allen on the lead. 2 against 1. Oh, clever play, Ben Allen. And a short chip to Wills. Very clever by Ben Allen. 2 Fitzroy players overrunning him. Wills about 40 metres out.
Zotto just a little late.
Chance to...
I was going to say, Russell, this will be a really good test into the breeze because he's not a bad kick, Wills, and he's going to go from about 45, and we'll see if he can make it.
Wills takes a long run up. Looks good off the boot. Wynn takes it to the right. It's play on, off the hands, and over the boundary line for a throw in about 10 metres around from Fremantle goal.
So they've done well when you think from that kick that they've kicked 2 goals into the breeze so far. Forward pocket.
Just looking at those trees on the outer Dougie Hawkins wing, it has dropped a little bit, the breeze.
Free kick to McCarthy. He's got rid of the gloves in the second term. Zanotti should sit for him. With a bounce, he wants to draw Wills to him. Wills wasn't doing it, so Zanotti goes high to centre wing. Pike went with one hand, Edwards took the mark. Inboard to Miller. Miller's neat, certainly the smallest player out there. Looks for Waters, good stretch and very well played. Gets it on in a hurry to kick it. The tackle okay, now Abraham. Now he's an excellent kick, he's very cheeky as we've seen. Goes low, I think he's kicked the goal. She's a good player. Really like him, Don. 2 goals to Abraham. And all of a sudden, Fremantle have taken charge again at 9-6 to 5-6.
Well, they've done particularly well into the breeze, haven't they? 3 goals in the second quarter, Fremantle. And Abraham, who can run the ball, he's got a lot of speed. His speed through midfield, finishes off well.
Fitzroy 5-6 to Fremantle 9-6. 4 goals the difference, 4 straight kicks. It's Cook and White, centre bounce, Cook's the winner. McGregor around the corner, up to centre forward. Edwards in front of Pike, good mark Edwards, Lex to play on, finds Leach. Lex to take a bounce, he's got plenty of room in front of him. 2 bounces, could be a bit soft over there, but doing well. To centre wing, decides to kick, looks for Wills. Wills pushed in the back, free kick. Wills plays on quickly. Umpire tell him, cannot do that, go around behind the mark. Wills gets plenty of height. Ball will hold up.
Oh, free kick, surely.
Play on's the call. Here's a chance for Kickett now. Handballing back into a pack. Wardell Johnson, yes.
There was a free kick earlier against Fitzroy for pushing out.
Obviously the umpire didn't think so, Don. McGregor, to Atkins. A few errors, but they've got out of it. Bizzotto on the left foot, kicks high. White to clean up. White playing a loose man. Norrish, inboard to Parker, first gamer. Kicks White for Burrows. Good mark, Burrows. Oh no, so it's Mann up the half forward line. Mann plays on, kicks low, looking for Hutton. Can't mark. Mark should have taken it. Zanotti taken high, play on, under pressure now, Hawking. Gets rid of the ball out of the half-back line. Kickett's in front of Bizzotto. Can it be clever? Good tackle by Bizzotto.
Good play.
Kickett, yeah, handballs to the ground. Wardell Johnson, strong mark. Play on to the call, Abraham. Goal taken high.
Well, he had plenty of time to get rid of that ball.
Gavendor having a word to Dougie.
No, No, he had plenty of time to get rid of it. He decided to take the man on, and, well, that's fair enough.
Well, Abraham from about 35 metres on a slight angle. Kick looks good. To goal to Fremantle. It's Abraham's third.
And it's great to have a goal-kicking wingman. The West Coast have got one in Matera, and it looks like Fremantle have got another in Abraham. And here he is. Great finishing. His third goal. 2 goals have come in this quarter for Abraham. There he is.
Especially with that tricky wind on, like they haven't been able to kick into that breeze that easily.
5-goal margin now for Fremantle. Abraham, the big winner in this term, with 3 goals. After that crude tackle by Hawkins on him. Atkins to half forward. Will Fitzroy need a couple of goals before half-time to have any chance at all, you'd think? Burrows to Leach, remembering that Fremantle will come out with a 5-goal break unless Fitzroy do that with the wind at their back. Leach goes over the top. Fremantle running on strongly. Wardell Johnson in towards Mann. Fitzroy seemed to have spat the dummy just for the moment. Loose spin for Fremantle into the breeze everywhere. Mann's high ball. Hutton decides to leave it. Hawkins goes high. Wills a snap across the faces of behind. So Andrew Wills, who played in every game for Geelong last year, including their final spurt, he's played in 2 grand finals for Geelong and 11 in total. That's a fair number. Now with Fremantle, 5, 6, 10, 7. Hawkins to bring it back in.
Hawkins goes up the centre, long kick towards a Paxman. Oh, good mark, Paxman. Plays on. Atkins on the run. That's what we need. Some runners. Hoggy in front. Tup. O'Reilly cleans up. Kicks towards the boundary line. It's Burrows lumbering towards the ball. Edwards cleans up for Fremantle. Up to Jeff White. Good mark by White. Hawkins unable to spoil. There goes the siren. Fitzroy 5-6 to Fremantle 10-7.
Start of the second half at the Western Oval. Fitzroy 5-6, Fremantle 10-7. 31-point margin. Fremantle kicking to the right. The scoring end, though they did do very well with 4 goals into the breeze in the second term. Dale Kickett, been a steady contributor to centre half forward. Good grab by Peter Mann, who went up there in the second quarter. Said earlier on he played 17 games in a very good team last year at North Melbourne. So he is one of the prize recruits for Fremantle this year. Got 11 players in the team who have played in the AFL prior to this season. Wobbly old screw punt. Waters. And he goes for holding the footy. A couple of tackles on him, Pike and Stretch. Could have played 1 season together probably at Melbourne, those 2. Pike comes away. Get himself into a bit of trouble here. Back to Hawkins. Got to be pinpoint accurate when you do this. Gets to Hawkins. Just 1 turnover in a situation like this can be very damaging, so you can't make a mistake when you're going to play keep-offs. He goes out wide. Chance there for Wardell Johnson. And just running the ball over the line and out of play was Mitchell, who's come onto the ground.
Just looking at those trees on the outer side, I remarked in the second quarter how the breeze has dropped. Well, it looks like there's virtually no breeze here at all at Western Oval in this second half.
Dougie Hawkins clearing out of the back line up to centre wing. Burton's in front, overruns the ball. There's a chance now for Cook around the corner. Johnson in front, bit of speed, falls over. Ball must play on. McGregor now off to Atkins. Fitzroy still possession. Can they break something up here in the forward line? High ball. Pushing and shoving. Oh, good mark to Jones. Half back line for Fremantle. Alex change direction now to Parker. Parker's got a bit of time. Looks to kick long. Benny Allen running with the flight of the ball. Dougie Hawkins hard at the ball. Baldwin a chance now. Backwards to Zanotti. Zanotti kicking in low. Good sharp kick to McGregor. McGregor now sizing it up. Hog in front. Oh, good strong by Jones. Good player, Jones. To Leach. Had a lot of touches today, Leach. One of their better players. To Wills up the centre wing. Yes. Good mark to Wills. Zanotti's not happy about it. gone to Tor, off the side of the boot. Bounces just in the line, out of bounds, 15 metres from the Fremantle goal.
John, that's an interesting decision with Wills, because he didn't actually control the ball until it was over the line.
I was going to question, but I just let it go, Bruce. I thought exactly the same thing, but he did at least make first attempt inside the line.
At 50 for Fremantle, they'd want an early goal here. They've got a good break, but they do have the scoring in. But as Don suggested, has abated the breeze and not nearly as strong as it was.
The other interesting thing was when Wills took that kick there, for a professional footballer, not to be proficient at the torpedo punt amazes me. These guys practice their skill. Why don't they practice all types of kicks?
Burrows back to Ridley. Ran out of room in the end. Kick it. Nice play by Baldwin to get rid of him, then gave it up too quickly. Ridley back centering kick, good one. Having to sit under it, man, and that's a good courageous mark, because he would have felt players coming at him, and he was able to stand his ground and take it on his chest, and now can have a shot from about 45 metres out. It's been good today, Peter Mann, as you'd expect.
I just wonder who his opponent is, because he's taken 2 easy marks in the third quarter with nobody around him.
We'll go from about 45 metres, and aren't they going well, the Dockers? Looking at their first win in the AFL. Good kick, that's a goal. So Peter Mann gets his first goal for the Dockers in his 3 games to date, and Fremantle stretch their lead 11-7 to 5-6. That's the biggest margin so far today.
His first goal, Peter Mann. And I still don't know. It looks like McCarthy is going across to pick him up. He's playing at centre-half forward inside the 50-metre line. That's Peter Mann. He's been let go on a number of occasions by McCarthy.
5-6 plays 11-7. Cook against Spider Burton. No clear winner. Boyd, low to the ground, manages to get a kick. McGregor a chance now from Fitzroy. Here we go. Elects to kick over the pack, but the wind holds it up high. Jones, the better judge. Bit too easy to Parker. They're running it out of this back line very easily. I'm sure Bernie Quillen won't be happy with that. Up to Abraham on centre wing. Can't mark. Leach a chance. Oh, clever handball. Atkins, good body work. Stretch. 2 against 1. Abraham, well forward out. Allen a chance now off the ground. Kicks up forward. Here's a chance for Burrows. Held without the ball.
It was a shocking hit on by Stretch. He was on centre wing and hit it towards the Dockers goal, and it was Allen that ran onto it and kicked it off the ground.
Burrows kicks long, off the side of the boot, out of bounds on the full.
So Paxman to bring it back in. Fitzroy really struggling here. He's told to go back over the mark. 5-6 to 11-7. Abraham, the big goal scorer so far in the match, with 3. Paxman keeps it low, out to centre wing, but Fremantle had numbers. Pike, handball, all right, Boyd. Clever evasion in the end by Boyd. Didn't really move, but was able to keep the footy away from Fremantle. Kick didn't go very far. Kick it and Stretch. Atkins caught, too long, holding the footy.
Exactly, Bruce.
Norris to take it at centre wing. Ex-Melbourne. Well, here's a chance to Allen. I say a chance because they've opened it right up, and Allen chips away cleverly to Mann. Oh, a bit too easy, wasn't it? Just wonder why Ben Allen would be able to get all on his own in the centre of the ground.
Well, you'd wonder the same thing about Mann, wouldn't you? This is the 3rd time he's taken a mark in the 3rd quarter, early in this 3rd quarter. McCarthy's just too far away.
Well, he kicks from about 45 metres again. Last scoring shot was straight through. That one just didn't kick through the footy and stabbed at it, and has scored it behind. So Peter Mann with a point, and Fremantle 11-8 to 5-6. They're going like winners, as I said earlier, the Dockers. I'm sure there are a lot of people back in Perth that are sitting there and urging them on.
Pike has the ball, back pocket for Fitzroy.
Breeze has picked up once again here.
Be interesting to see when the ball kicks up, how it holds. Plays on, goes running a change direction. That's what it's all about. To the defensive side, looking for Barker. Barker's got the front position. Good body work. Gives it back to McCarthy. Not many supporters there with him. Back to Pike. Can't get clean possession. Here's a chance now for Fremantle. Allen, very clever. Chance to set it up now. Torpedo into the square. Paxman can't mark. Ball hits the ground. Here's a chance. Ball is trundled over for a rush behind. 5-6, plays 11-9.
75 to 36. Paxman to bring her back in for Fitzroy. She flat start to the second half. Neither side getting into much rhythm. Mitchell the target. Good kick by Paxman. Found Mitchell. And again goes short to Boyd. So 2 kicks and we're still only 35 to 40 metres away. Boyd comes to centre wing. Cook and O'Reilly. O'Reilly's had a good match. Atkins put his hand on it. Back to Hawking, I should say. Hawking close to the boundary line. Neat kick, holding up a bit in the breeze. And just bouncing in, the boundary umpire says. Edward Short was out on the full.
I thought it was out on the full too.
Yeah, well, you probably wouldn't get an argument from this end of the commentary box either, Don. Burton. O'Reilly. Kick it well. Yeah, it was Atkins, wasn't it? Here's Allen. 14th kick for Allen. Abraham in the right spot. That's in front at centre wing. Abraham to put them into attack.
Abraham, 3 goals in his belt already. Drives it to past centre half forward. Oh, good courageous work by Fitzroy. Unable to mark. Isn't a chance to Burrows. Oh, it's a bit too easy. Only one behind. Maybe should have kicked it. Would be disappointed in himself about that one. Burrows kicked one in the first quarter. Hasn't had many chances since then. Short kick into McCarthy. Cleans it up. Under pressure now, Pike. They're going sideways to Hawkins. Round the corner again to Boyd. Possession game for Fitzroy. Finds Atkins. Had a lot of touches. 9 and 16 so far.
You see what Fitzroy's ploy is: handle the ball as much as you can and just waste the clock.
Atkins kicks long. Burton in front, can't hold it. Oh, well run on by McGregor. Good roving work. Edwards strong, can't hold it. Here's a chance now for Johnson. Great tackle by Edwards. Great recovery. Tough defender.
So go a young Johnson for a second-year player. I think the ball might be turned over against Fremantle.
And having a bit of a dance.
Oh, setting him off for it.
Blood rule, blood rule.
How bad's the blood rule here?
I don't know where the blood is, Don.
Well, I'm just looking myself. We've got a close-up of that, and I can't see any blood. Might be on the other side of the face.
Well, the rule is the game stops until Johnson is off and Chandler gets back onto the field and over into the same part of the ground where Johnson came off. Here we go. Edwards, half back from Fremantle up to centre wing. Looking for Burton. Can't mark. Bozzotto's a chance now. Ball rolls over, out of bounds on centre wing.
So not much happening, is it, at the moment? 11-10 to 5-6. Just the single goal in this second half to Fremantle. Peterman the scorer. Burton in the front spot. Atkins. Hawking off the ground by Norwich. Pike went hip and shoulder. Kick it held up. Bozzotto's little handball didn't go far. Norwich again. And encouraged by Norwich because he'd been hip and shouldered a moment ago by Pike. Picked himself up and had another go. It's soft underfoot here at Fitzroy. Russell mentioned that earlier in the first half. A bounce there, but on a couple of occasions the umpire's been forced to throw it up. So out of play again, and 11 goals, 10 Fremantle, 5-6 Fitzroy.
Not much happening so far, very scrappy. Ball thrown in, man in front, locked arms. Don will be happy with that. Here's a chance now for Boyd to clear. Odo Atkins under pressure. Boyd again. Oh, running play, good play by Fitzroy. Unfortunately, kick slewed off and straight to Spider Burton's arms. Burton elects to change direction to Edwards. The centre half back, a long kick in the man direction. Too much latitude again. Can't mark this time. Stretch. There's a chance for Pike to clear. Back to Boyd. They're going backwards again to Zanotti. Across. Over to Hawking. Here we go again. Another handball to Paxman. I'm not too sure where they're sure what's going on. Inboard again to Wharf. Wharf, a long kick. That's better, Fitzroy. Jeffrey Hogg.
Well, there's nothing offering up further.
Hogg goes short. Mitchell on 50. He'll take 2 kicks from here with his strong breeze. Goes short. Looks for Barker and marks.
He's been very impressive, Barker. I've been very impressed with this game today. Shows that he could have a future.
Barker's about 35, 40 metres out, right on the boundary line. Very interesting to see how he judges the breeze. He should have a shot. Kicks. Judges it well. Oh, Baldwin flies. Can't grab it. Across the face of goal for another throw in about 10 metres around from their goal.
Young Chandler, who came on for Johnson a moment ago. So Fitzroy need one here into the breeze. Atkins trying to read it off the pack. McGregor, snap, is that it? No, straight up in the air. Looked all right for 1 second. Oh, good hands, back to McGregor, hooks it too far behind. Atkins a handballer again. What's Atkins had? He's had 10 and 18, I think. 5, 7 to 11, 10. I guess as poorly as Fitzroy seem to be playing at the moment, they're actually doing the job of holding Fremantle to about a 6-goal lead at this moment.
Norrish, Fremantle half-back. Chips it into Sinar back to find Parker. Has some good touches, Parker. Oh, shows some great pace and a great-looking kick up the Sinar forward. Unfortunately, just hits
Johnson's about to come back on.
On the chest. Zanotti on the run. Alex to handball. Mitchell it is. Oh, mistakes.
Really?
Leach caught. Well followed up by Mitchell. There's a chance now for Wills. Round the corner. Leach again. He's done well, Leach. Round the corner. Oh, good mark. Strong to Waters. Waters plays onto Burrows. Burrows, easy goal to Fremantle.
Well, I was just interested of all the Fitzroy players standing back where the free kick initially happened, where Baldwin turned it over. They're all standing there with hands on hips as Burrows went in and kicked his second goal. You just can't afford to turn the ball over with mistakes, especially around midfield. You'll pay, and Fitzroy paid on that occasion. They've done well.
45-point margin now. The Western Oval, 12-10 to 5-7. Big lead for the Dockers. Burton to go, wins the tap. Wanted Miller. Atkins hurled, no free kick. Allen out of the centre half forward. Mark taken by Dent, who's looked all right. Goes out wide, wants Hawkins. Miller to chip in. Well played by the little fellow. Boyd, Stretch. Now with Stephen Stretch, former best and fairest at Melbourne. Goes in and finds Mitchell. Nick Mitchell from centre wing, up to half forward. Working his way to the front was Cook. Missed by Barker. After Hogger tapped it out, kick it. Just a little one. Parker, gee, looks all right, as Russell said a moment ago. He's got a bit of dash, showed some courage. Just missed Allen's body, but the captain was good enough. That's just about the play of the day so far. Allen's kicked a half forward to beauty. Good take, Abraham. He's kicked 3, chips away. Oh, he's a lovely player, that Abraham. Goes to man and marks. Gee, Don, I love the way Ben Allen hurled his ground under pressure and then delivered.
Well, that's strength used in a different way. The ability to be able to hold your ground when you get a bump, as Allen did on that occasion. That's why it's so important that players lift weights, get strong upper bodies.
So Abraham's little one to man, and man has kicked his second.
They look as if they're getting into gear now, Fremantle. Fitzroy were doing particularly well until they caused that turnover at midfield, which resulted in a goal to Burrows. And now Fremantle may start with a run. That is the one that missed, but he just evaded that nicely, Allen. I thought Abrahams could have gone in and kicked a goal here, but he spotted spotted man. Given a lot of latitude once again.
Fremantle, 51 points up now. Burton's a chance, takes it out of the air, kick smothered. Hawkins in front of O'Reilly. Hawkins gets the free kick for being held.
The cheers for Gerard Malloy about to come on for Fitzroy.
Hawkins kicks low and long. Looking for Johnson. Can't mark, using his body well. Baldwin, fresh air. McGregor, along the ground. Dacos style, but only a behind. Holds his head in disappointment.
McCarthy coming off. McCarthy coming off. Malloy coming on. So who's gone back onto man? Man still left unattended down on the back line.
Norrish from fullback position. Chips across, looking for Ridley. Oh, used his body well. Overrun by Malloy. Keeping front position. Oh, good strong work here by Baldwin. Swings onto the left. Gets the cheer from the supporters. Hogg can't mark in front. Here's a chance for Atkins. Played well all day.
Behind Johnson.
Kick it in front. Elects to play on. Change direction to Jones. Jones, plenty of time. Around the corner here. Finally looking for Miller. Great kick by Jones. Found him amongst 3 Fitzroy players. Miller, high ball. Up towards man again. No one can mark. Here's a chance for Abraham. But it's Dent off the ground. Good play by Dent. Elects for the go for the boundary line. Defender's safest spot.
Hawkins gone back onto man in the back pocket or full forward or full back position. Malloy seems to be running on the ball. He's number 7 for Fitzroy.
Burton going off now, and Jeff White coming on for Fremantle. Barker has taken 7 marks so far today. Out of play, half forward left for Fremantle. There's Jeff White, number 1 draft pick in the national draft of 1994. And he's shown a bit so far today in his opening game for the club. An investment in the future, and he's been able to produce within 3 weeks of AFL footy. Pike tries to break the tackle. Barker runs onto it. Keeps the ball in play under great pressure. O'Reilly. Jones. Russell Morris likes this fellow. Here's the fellow that Fletcher tackled pretty heavily last week when he was suspended for 1 match. Oh, Dent went off the ground that time. It didn't happen. Wardell Johnson tried to get it forward. Dent. Waters, who's played a good game in the forward pocket in this quarter. Miller from 55. Good kick. It's a goal. The little fellow's kicked a long one. Well, he's only probably my height, Don. 5 foot, you know, whatever, but 5'8" to 4'11". That's it. 94 to 38.
Well, what about Dent overrunning the ball? I think it was Dent on that half back line. We'll see here.
It was.
Yeah, there is. Now, how could you do that? A player of his ability missing the ball. Hence, Miller gets onto it, and it's a long bomb, 55 metres. What a beautiful kick.
5'8" plays 14-10. White this time, good jump. No one can win it. Ball hits the ground. Bazzotto to Mitchell. Lunges, gets his foot to it.
Free
over
kick.
the shoulder, play on. Oh, the crowd of Fitzroy supporters aren't happy. Allows Ridley to clear. He's up in the back line now. Swap with Man. Man can't mark. Hawking now picks up the ball, cleans up. Looking wide for Barker. No one can mark. Norrish now, off the ground, up to Abraham. Use a bit of pace, up to centre half forward now. Here's Dent, goes for the punch. Umpire decides to let it play on. Yes, Zanotti now over the top to Atkins. Atkins has had 11 and 18 now. Great game by Atkins. Here's a chance now for Fitzroy. And here we go, we've got kick it though, it's 2-on-1. Not real easy when you've got those numbers. Johnson's trying hard, runs them down. Putting pressure on the oh, great play by Fitzroy. Great work by Johnson then, Don. 2 against 1.
He's a tenacious little player, Johnson. For a second-year player, plays with a lot of confidence. And the umpire speaking to Johnson. I wonder what he said as he ran back to full forward.
Anyway, it's 60 metres out from goal. Fitzroy's goal.
Oh, that's a free kick.
Pushing and shoving. Off the ground by Ridley. No. In the back to Fitzroy. Supporters are happy. It's McGregor.
Should have been a free kick to Fremantle on that boundary throw-in.
Not many options. Umpire calls play on. That's Hogg. Oh, good mark, Jeff Hogg. No, play on it is. Hogg drags the ball in.
Now, isn't that a free kick if you drag the ball back in and don't attempt to get rid of it?
Exactly right. Exactly right. But Obviously, the umpire didn't agree with that. Cook now, here's a chance for Fitzroy, they need one. O'Reilly clears. It's Norris and Barker that will run. And Stretch overruns it. Norris is the chance now. Tackle, ball hits the ground.
Good play, Stretch.
Barker's a chance now. And the free kick to Barker for too high.
It's a great tackle by Stretch on Abraham.
So Barker from centre wing. Fremantle have kicked the last 7 goals in this match. So to say Fitzroy need the next is an understatement. That one holds up in the breeze. White was at the back. Chance for Boyd. Wobble, 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 goal. The captain gets his 3rd goal against the Tide, and Fitzroy at 6-8 to 14-10.
Well, a 50-point margin. The big question is whether Fitzroy can come back in the last quarter. I don't think so. We've only got about 3 minutes to play in this, the 3rd quarter. And that's the first one that's gone Fitzroy's way. They've usually kicked them along the ground on occasions. It's bounced the wrong way, but that one went true. Brad Boyd's 3rd.
6-8 plays 14-10. Burton gets the tap. Atkins can't hold it. Waters a chance. Taken high. Yes. Scotty Waters, free kick into the centre for Fremantle. Waters looking for options. Looks to go wide. Looks for Hutton. Unable to mark. Baldwin cleans up to Zanotti. Over the top again. Over Paxman's head. Taken by Leach. Good player by Leach. Oh, strong play into Allen. Here's a chance now for Allen again. Ducks into Zanotti. Drives into his back. It's Pine Zanotti. Good work. Good desperation by Fitzroy. Rodriguez a chance now. Oh, good tackle by White.
It was a
excellent
good tackle
play.
by White.
Parker to Waters. Here's a chance now. Waters goes wide, looking for Wills. He's got about 10 metres. Round on his left boot. Kicks with the left boot from 50. Oh, hits the post. Great looking kick.
Fantastic. That was let go from about 50 metres. He's normally a right foot kick, Wills. And shot it on the left. That was a terrific kick.
And Don hit sort of 3/4 of the way up, didn't he? So it certainly had a bit on it. Hawking, 14-11 to 6-8. Young Malloy was off, the 18-year-old. Gives it away a bit too easily. Stretch, he'll go here. Did get it out. Abraham goes to ground with a tackle. Bizzotto tries to get through. Oh, Malloy pushes it out. Now Boyd has kicked 3 goals for Fitzroy. Good play. Gets it wide to Dent. Got to do something constructive here to Zanotti, who's had lots of touches. 14 and 8, Zanotti. Make that 15 and 8 now as he goes out and gets to Malloy. A real favourite here, Malloy. Swings at the Pike. Pike at centre wing. Johnson versus Edwards. Free kick Johnson. He's been having a running battle with the umpires in this quarter, the youngster. He'll be pretty happy to get one his way. Goes in short, hog the target, over the top, not good. Parker looks all right, handball good to White, White to O'Reilly, O'Reilly over the top, good footy to Leach. Leach away.
Doing well on the back line, Fremantle.
Couple of bounces, Leach, he's up to centre wing, a 3rd. Goes short to Ridley, finds him. Ridley inside to Waters. Mann makes the lead, centering kick, Mann should mark it, he does. Read it very well.
They did that really well from the back line where White got involved, the full back dropping on the full back line, and then they just ran it out through Leach. That was a very good display of football by Fremantle.
Peter Mann's been a revelation, Don, in this quarter with a couple of goals up forward, and just about make this a certainty. Kicking from 20 metres out straight in front. Oh, I think he's got it. What's he done? No missed.
I think he missed from there. Well, he just did, didn't he?
2-2 to Peter Mann. So not quite the revelation I thought a moment ago. 6-8 to 14-12. 44 to 96.
Kick Dougie Hawkins in the pocket. Chance now to Dent.
30 seconds left.
Dent, 10 and 5. Oh, dangerous to Stretch. Stretch makes it for him. Now to Paxman. Here's a chance now for Atkins. A lot of touches, Simon Atkins. Kicks low and long to Barker. Over his head. Big chance for Norris now. Norris twisting and turning. Oh, looks good. Runs around Barker. Does it well. Unable to mark for... Who's that? Burrows. There goes the siren. Fremantle 14-12 to Fitzroy 6 goals 8.
So the start of the final term, Fremantle in a wonderful position to win their first match in the AFL. Burton to go, and Malloy is going to do the ruck work by the look of it early in this final term. Here's Waters, caught, dropped the footy, bit lucky I think. Play on called from the centre. Boyd, who's kicked 3 goals, comes to half forward. Pike, and well played Edwards, who I think has been excellent since going into the back line after starting on the centre wing. Goes to Norris at half back. He's one of the 11 players who I mentioned earlier who had AFL experience in the 21 going into this game. Burton, now free kick going to Zanotti, or no, to Burrows against Zanotti. That's undisciplined by Zanotti. Burrows, ball holds up into the breeze. Wills sits and waits. Well played by Wills. Gets onto the left. Wobbles at the full forward. Bouncing footy, and not a bad result. I reckon that's what Wills would have liked, the ball to go out of play. Right up alongside the behind post. With Fremantle deep in attack. They're in the left forward pocket. A goal here you think would break the Lions' spirit. Fitzroy can't afford Fremantle to score in this final term if they have any hope at all. Hawkins, a little give was okay. Mitchell's kicked to half back. McGregor. Then Boyd. Boyd under pressure from Allen, the two captains together. Paxman's give good to Stretch.
Stretch now the chance, a long kick up to the forward line, looking for Johnson. Johnson in front of Leach. Punched on. Here's a chance for McCarthy back on the ground. Parker and McCarthy both trundle the ball towards the boundary line, and over it goes about 40 metres from the Fitzroy goal. So when they move the ball very quickly, Don, it goes into that forward line fast.
Well, it does, and that's the way forwards like the ball delivered, because they want to get the drop on the back man. If the ball can come in quickly, they can make a break. But when it slowly comes in slowly, you really can't get away from your opponent if you're a forward.
Burton, front position, in front of McCarthy. Tapped on. Here's a chance for Jones now. Good tackle by Fitzroy.
He's a Terrier Johnson.
Breaks clear for Baldwin now. A chance with Abraham. This will be a test of the two speedsters. Baldwin using his body. Oh,
no, there was a free kick.
Okay, plays on, gives it to Malloy. Malloy to Atkins now. Here's a chance into the goal square. Johnson the sit. Goes. Oh.
This is a funny thing about the rule. Had he have taken the mark, it would have been paid, and because he didn't take it, free kick. Now watch this. He goes up. Now had he have taken that, that would have been a mark. No free.
Well, he certainly got up high too, didn't he? Here's McGregor, centering kick, the disciplined thing to do to the front of the goal square. Oh, good mark by the kid. Gee, showed a bit there. The highs and lows of AFL footy. A moment ago, standing on a bloke's shoulders, and they're having to take a courageous mark down low.
And he's not a bad kid at that.
It's a good mark, wasn't it? O'Reilly was going to be always hard at him, he knew that.
He laid a terrific tackle a couple of minutes ago too.
So Johnson surely to kick his first and to give Fitzroy some hope. He's got it.
Well, his first, and a real goal. We've seen that displayed today by the number of tackles he's laid, and they've been terrific tackles. Great to see a forward work like that, but more importantly, a young fellow who is capable of doing those type of things. Tackling, showing the defensive side of the game, but he's also got a lot of courage. He doesn't mind standing up for himself too.
7-8 plays 14-12. Malloy and Burton out of the centre by Boyd. Good kick. It's cleared now for Fitzroy. Here's a chance now for McCarthy on the run. The gloves are back on. He's caught. Parker's a chance. Play on to the call. Atkins over to Pike to McCarthy again. Fitzroy cannot break clear. Waters now. Waters to clear out to centre wing. Burton and Malloy again. Oh, Malloy, good use of the body. Maybe he should have been on earlier in the game, Don. What do you think?
Well, he's been in wretched form, so that's why he started on the bench.
Kicks up. Oh, good strong half by Pike. That's what we want to see. That's what Fitzroy want to see at least. Pike kick one here, I think in the second quarter. He's only kicked one. He'll kick probably from 52 metres. Breeze behind his back. Or toes it a bit and through for one behind.
1 goal, 3. Martin Pike. The wind has dropped a little bit here at the Western Oval. It was blowing from the north, blowing left of right early on in this game.
They'd need a gale, wouldn't they, Fitzroy? At this stage, they'd want it to blow and blow. O'Reilly, not bad distance, as Don said. It has eased off. Hawkins, ineffective. Burton went to ground. Miller and Allen, pretty happy to see it go out of the line. Baldwin with him. Ben Allen today, 16 and 3. Good job. I've mentioned earlier, I don't think he's as free as I've seen him. I don't reckon he's 100% fit. But he's still done the job. And one passage of play was memorable in the centre. Here's Abraham to Miller. Kicked a couple of goals, a little rover. Centre wing, Gilbert, who's been off the ground a bit. Man back to Gilbert. Now, can he get it inside to Wills? He does. Wills stops props. That's a very bad handball by Wills. Taken by Bizzotto. Awkward kick into the centre. It sits beautifully for Atkins. Squares it to McCarthy. Normally a long kick. Chips away. Out to half forward. Hogg has to go. O'Reilly's at the better. Hogg's done a hammy, I think. He's in trouble, Hogg, with a hamstring.
It just didn't look as if he could run that freely when he came out and attacked it. Now limping.
Kick it. Back to O'Reilly. Out of play. Well, Hogg will probably come off, I think.
Well, the old body's had it. He's just not moving the way he used to, Jeff Hogg, which is unfortunate.
Sad to see, isn't it? Former top liner really struggling in a club that's struggling and now having to come off rather ungraciously. Here goes O'Reilly from half back.
Burton has the sit. Ball goes over his head, off the ground by Zanotti. Punch clear by Parker. McCarthy's a chance. Atkins now. Boyd, good clever body work. Malloy didn't really attack it as fast as he may have should have. Johnson here to set it up for Atkins. Put under pressure. Atkins to Johnson. Great play, Simon Atkins. Johnson, chance for his second. Puts it through from Fitzroy.
Well, Chris Johnson's second, but what a handball from Atkins. Involved in a couple of occasions and it followed up, and I thought, well, this is an ambitious handball from on the ground. Now, what's this? Malloy could have gone a little harder. There's Johnson, the first. And there's Atkins to Johnson, who followed on well. Great passage of play, Fitzroy. He's still quite a deficit.
Johnson with 2 goals. They're chipping away. The power of Atkins' handball there, the key, wasn't it, when he went to ground. Able to still get it out. Miller, Waters. Quick goal here to Fitzroy would really lift, but a free kick coming back to Scott Waters in the centre. Hogg went off the ground a moment ago. Wharf came on. It's 8-9 to 14-12, 39 points the margin. But it was out to 52 at one stage. Waters has kicked inside 50. Nothing positive happening out of all of that. Now you can see Hogg here, Don.
Now, I don't know what injury it is, but there he is limping. Whether it could be the hamstring, I thought maybe Achilles, it could be really anything.
Malloy goes along with Mann. Miller had his hands on it and held up. He's 26, Peter Miller. East Perth won the best and fairest there in 1992. There are our umpires, Gavin Dorr, Steve McBurney and Tim Pfeiffer today. Ben Allen pushes it forward. Stephen Stretch. Left foot round his body. And that's out on the full. So bad result there for Fitzroy. And getting back Peter Miller to take the free kick from that out of bounds on the full.
Miller decides to chip in. Create some space. Jones plays on and kicks long into the forward line. Here's a chance for Mann. Zanotti over the top. Good punch. Unable to clear. Allen around the corner. Looks good. Over Wills' head. Hawking. Oh, good poise by Hawking. Zanotti has a look around. Kicks short over the top of Stretch's head. Boyd. Got possession. Bizzotto on the run. Good mark by Bizzotto. Good vision by Boyd. Atkins again. Fantastic of Simon Atkins. 15 and 22. Over the top is Leach. Plow's the call to kick it. Parker again. Parker looking short for Burrows. Burrows can't mark. Ball still in play. Good tap onto Burton. Let's see some agile Burton. Off the ground to Zanotti. Zanotti fumbles. Plenty of time now. Kick around the corner. Here's a chance for Mitchell. Let's play off. Everyone stopped. Mitchell on the left foot up to centre half forward. punch clear. Dent off the ground, good play. Paxman's a chance. If he runs onto the ball. Pike around the corner. Fitzroy, another great goal. 3 quick ones. They're 9th on the board.
And that's Pike's second. I think he conned the Fremantle players, and it looked like he was going to handball it off to Paxman. And here's the build-up. The ball off the ground, and here's Paxman running to the right. It looked like he was going to hand it off, but then decided to do it himself. His second goal, Martin Pike.
Suddenly some respectability, isn't there, in the score? 9-9, 14-12. Waters out of the centre. Good distance into the breeze. Hutton's got it. Was always out in front and took the mark, but you wouldn't fancy him from here.
He's a straight kick of the football.
Well, obviously you do, Don. Hutton's kick. Gee, you're a good judge, Don Scott. Remind me never to argue with you again, Scotty. 2 goals to Hutton, and I think if any chance the Lions may have had a moment ago has dissipated with that one. 15-12, 9-9.
Well, I was a little bit worried about the distance, but then again I looked at the trees and there's no wind here at the Western Oval. But he is a very, very accurate kick for goal, John Hutton. He's made the most of his opportunities. He's kicked 2 goals, 1.
Peterman's just come off for Todd Ridley. Here's a chance for... That's Boyd, fresh air shot. Umpire doesn't call a high tackle. Kick it now. Round the corner. Stretch, mark. Stretch plays on onto his left foot. Finds Baldwin. Drive it into the forward line. It's moved quickly, as Don said before. The forwards, that's the way they like it. Pike's in the sit over his head. Good mark to Edwards. Edwards now settles down. Kicks it out to Waters. Got about 50 metres in front of him now. Waters elects to bounce once. Kicks up the centre wing. Not a real good kick. Pass. Oh, it is. Oh, good tackle. Stretch. Good tackle on Stretch, yes. Ridley's a chance. Really weights it beautifully to Waldell Johnson. He chips it in very nicely to Wills. About 15 to 20 metres out. This will make it very difficult now for Fitzroy if Wills puts this through.
You have to kick a goal, Wills.
Kick looks good. It's a goal to Fremantle. It's their 16th. 16-12. 108 plays Fitzroy, 9-9-63.
And here's the play, and that was a terrific tackle by Abraham. Should have been paid that tackle, but I suppose the advantage could have been played because Fremantle in control. And the chip, you could say loose play, but they drew a player by running down the ground, Fremantle, and it leaves a chip over to Wills, who kicked his first.
Margin back out to 45 points, 16-12, 9-9. Waters has been pretty good all day. Boyd out of the centre to Atkins. Tackled by Waters on him. And it's going to be a bounce. Waters has had 10 kicks, 11 handballs. Atkins 14 and 22. And Boyd, who was in the play also, is 18 and 13 and 3 goals. Malloy goes, wins it against Burton. Waters again. Bad handball that time. Ben Allen off the ground. Peter Miller at centre wing. Round his body. Gilbert overrun by Wharf. Gilbert onto his left. Kicks it into the pocket. Abraham, oh, good grab at the back. I thought he was out of sorts there. He's so clean, Abraham, in everything he does. He's got beautiful hands and a lovely kick. He's kicked 3 goals. He's only 20 years of age. Keeps it low, front of the square. Kick it was there. Punched away out of play. Well, there's still a little way to go. Under 10 minutes now, but this Fremantle team will be getting excited shortly because they're not far away from their first victory in the AFL. And what a tremendous impression they've created in the 3 games to date. Hawkins I'm just thinking ahead. They've got Geelong next Friday night at the Wacker. That's going to be a big one. Andrew Wills, a big one for him too next week as an ex-Geelongie. And O'Reilly right to the goal square. Off hands, Malloy couldn't hold it. Punches it away. Atkins, he must be dog-tired. Out wide, Norris didn't get it far enough. Chips to Waters. Takes the mark. At about 40 metres. Tell you what, Don, they'll give the Cats a run for their dough on Friday night at the Wacker.
Well, this will be a very interesting game. I was just surprised that Atkins kicked in. I thought he could have made a better effort than that. Kicked it along the ground.
Good kick, Waters. Got his first.
Well, it was a bad mistake coming out of the back line by Fitzroy. That's a great kick by Wills. Hard on the boundary line. At least he put it up into the face of goal, centered the ball. But here's Atkins running onto the ball. Really didn't look. As you can see there, grubs it along the ground. Easy for Norris. Straight across to Waters, who made no mistake.
17-12 to 9-9. So again, as we've seen in the second quarter, into the breeze, Fremantle have been able to withstand the challenge and then come away from Fitzroy. Stretches high ball to fall forward. Players caught out of position for Fitzroy, but not for Fremantle. And Stephen O'Reilly, another ex-Geelong, takes the mark. Goes out wide. G. Parker's been impressive. Over the top to Waters, who's gathering momentum as the game goes on. Waters out towards half forward. Wharf goes early, takes the finger tipper, I should say, and takes the mark. He's just 18, this kid, Rowan Wharf. And that's really Fitzroy's future, isn't it? And their youngsters, they've just got to keep going with them now. Nice mark by Pike. It's been a good pickup from Melbourne. 2 goals today. Lots of kicks. That one low and neat to the goal, towards the goal square. Free kick, I think, to Johnson, is it?
Yes, it is to Johnson, and the umpire right on the spot to pay that. He was in front once again, Johnson. He was playing behind earlier today. And the free kick just right of screen. You can see him down. He was pushed in the back.
He's kicked a couple, Don, and he really should go from here, and does. So Johnson's got his third. And Fitzroy get up to 10 goals. Burrows and Johnson not too happy with one another, but they'll forget about that in a moment. That's the first time Fitzroy's kicked 10 goals this season, so they've achieved a little milestone here today, at least 10-9 to 17-12.
Not bad at mouthing off, is he, Johnson, for a youngster? I wish I was as confident in him at this stage of his career. McCarthy coming off, Cook coming on for Fitzroy.
Gee, you weren't bad in the mouthing off department.
Not at his age.
No, Donny, come on. Ball is bounced now. Malloy, Burton. Malloy, the good leap.
Good jump.
Great tap. Over to Leach now. Leach and Johnson again, the man of the moment. Ball going over the boundary line, just on between centre wing and half forward for Fitzroy.
Bit of the sting's gone out of it, Don, hasn't it?
I was just wondering, what's the height of Malloy? Has anybody got that? Because he could play in the ruck. He's got a good leap.
Well, he is playing in the ruck.
Well, I know,
Yeah,
but I
he's
mean, he could play as a
Yeah.
permanent. They've used him as a shock trooper there today because they've used Cook, they've had Hawkins, and now they've got Malloy, but he certainly does jump up well, Malloy.
Well, the ball's just been punched out of bounds. Another 10 metres closer to Fitzroy's goal.
6'3", 92 Ks. He could play in the ruck.
Fremantle by 45 points. 7 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Free kick to Cook. Elects to play on. Gives it to Boyd. Boyd kicking to centre forward. Looking for Paxman. Paxman, ball punched away by Jones. Good defence. Miller now a chance. Miller, worm burner. Finds Kickett. Handball to Waters through the centre of the ground. Chipping as they like to Allen. Allen now about 65 out from goal. Has a bounce on his left foot. Chips in short to Wills. Good mark to Wills. 40 metres out for the Fremantle goal. Chance for Wills to put through his second. Just kicked one about 5 or 10 minutes ago.
Has done all right today for the Dockers. Andrew Wills.
Wills from 35, 40. Waits it well. Does the wind bring it back enough? It doesn't. One behind.
Interesting to see how Wills turns out this year with the Dockers.
Yes, I think they'll be a little disappointed, Bruce, up until this stage.
10-9, 17-13. He played every game at Geelong last year. It was a surprising stat because not the first man picked, but every time they played last year, he was amongst it. Wardell Johnson comes back to centre half forward. Gilbert underneath it. Gets a shove for his troubles from Zanotti, but takes the mark. He's had a quiet one too, Don Gilbert.
He's been off the ground in the first half. I remember him trotting on with not much enthusiasm when he did come back on.
Just one kick, one mark, 4 handballs. Lackadaisical type of player, isn't he? He's got that. I mean,
he had his back turned to the goal as he went back then too.
It's a good kick. He's got the goal. So Gilbert's first goal, and Fremantle up to 18-13 to 10-9. Just thinking, Don, he's one of those players, there's a lazy look about him, and he may be doing his best, and you might be a bit critical of him, but he's got that laziness about him, just the way he plays it.
Yes, he has had a groin problem. And here's the build-up once again. Getting away is Gilbert. He's a solid player. Zanotti, very lucky not to be penalised on that occasion. That's his first goal. Phil Gilbert.
Fitzroy 10-9 plays Fremantle 18-13. There's a chance now for Stretch. Oh, good follow-up by Stretch. Handball out of the pack. Gives Fitzroy the advantage. Leach now off the ground. Oh, Jones. Good, tough, strong backman. Burrows has the run now. Burrows twist and turning. Zanotti into his back. Is he Hutton held? Kicks it off the ground. Wills and Baldwin. Ball bounces towards the boundary line. Not a chance. 3 or 4 metres around Fremantle goal. I think Fitzroy are holding a few of the sore spots at the moment. It's been a pretty tough game. They've all thrown themselves in. Burrows, Abraham. Baldwin, round the left foot. McGregor, round the corner. Oh, good tackle by Wills. Dispossessed. Zanotti, dodging. Over the shoulder. Chance for Burton, can't mark. Waters. Oh, strong tackle by Fitzroy. It was Cook on top of Waters. A ball up on centre wing. They look pretty tired, Bruce.
Yeah, they've worked hard. 18-13, 10-9. But I reckon Fremantle will be able to break the 4-minute mile 4 laps around here after the siren goes. The adrenaline will be pumping so high after the win. Atkins to centre half forward. Ridley's hip and shoulder. Dent's going to run out of mates here. There's just no one back there to help him. Good take by Leach down low. He's been impressive. Goes out to Ben Allen wide. Will it sit? It does. What a great player he was at Hawthorn. Best and fairest in their premiership year in 91. Had nobody to kick it to, so he kicked it to the space. Wharf gets it back. Again, the Fremantle tackling's been good. Atkins sweeps it out wide. He must be high in the best players. Here's Wharf. Comes out towards McGregor. McGregor inside to Stretch. Gets around Norris this time. Neat looking kick out wide to half forward. Marked by Dent. Started it to half back. Goes towards goal. That's a good kick. It's a goal. Well done.
Well, I didn't know whether Dent was going for the pass or going for goal because he had a pass from Paxman who gave him the lead. Then decided he'd go himself. Now, they could have overdone it here a little bit. A kick could have been sufficient, but then it was a great delivery by Stretch across to Dent. Stretch could have given it off to McGregor, but there, fairly casual kick for goal, but he had Paxman, hands on knees goes Paxman, so obviously he's done a lot of running.
It's his first goal, Don, in league footy, Dent. 11-9 to 18-13.
Waters. That's his 13th handball today. Over to Leach. Been a good player all day as well. Miller again. Fremantle had a lot of top players. Wills now running around opposition players. Goes for a bounce on his left foot from about 60 metres out. Chips into Burton. Straight on the chest. Burton plays on and puts it through. Very good play by Burton.
Well, I watched Malloy, his immediate opponent, trotting back in the centre of the ground. No, it's a free kick, obviously brought back. There's something happening behind play. That goal disallowed.
Well, it's confused everyone. Well, we're on the wing. Allen's hurt himself. I think he's got kicked in the fingers. McGregor finding Boyd. Boyd about 65 out. Can he get it in there quickly? Goes very long, looking for Dent. Punch clear by O'Reilly for a behind.
I think the free kick was against Gilbert, just the way he's been talking to the umpire. It must have been for Shepherd or something off the ball.
Behind play, yes.
Yep, because it was a confused... Bad luck too, because the big Spider had kicked a very good goal, which would have been his second. Here's Miller from the back pocket. 11, 10, 18, 13. Atkins goes to ground. A free kick surely. Will's hanging on. So Atkins from half-back.
What are his stats today? 23 handball, 40 possessions.
Simon Atkins, half forward, I should say, goes in. Good lead by Paxman, and nice stretch and mark.
Great kick too.
Yeah, he's been good, Atkins, no question about that. So Paxman going at his first goal today. Not known as a goal kicker, more as a defender. Bad off the boot. Umpire goes away at the end and says just the one behind. 11-11 to 18-13. Paxman with a point. That's his first score for the day. Got a minute and a half remaining. The Dockers going to win their first game in the AFL against the hapless Lions. Ball comes out wide. Norris the target. McGregor with him. Almost out. Boyd slings it back in to Dent. Certainly hasn't been the worst. Nice chip pass. Mitchell didn't go far enough, obviously, to Waters. Waters gives it back towards Malloy.
Malloy now from 55. Pumps it into the square. No, it's a great looking kick, but only offline to the left. Only one behind. Malloy goalless today. Spent most of the time on the bench in the first half.
Fitzroy players got their hands up once again above their heads as if they're standing the mark.
Edwards over Allen's head. Pushing the back to Atkins. No, it's not. Pushing the back to Waters. Waters chips over to Allen. Just short of centre wing. About a minute to go now. Players looking very tired. Boyle holds up in the air. Jeff White, great mark over Malloy. Obviously White's not that tired. Kicks up looking for Burrows. Oh, it's all a bit too easy. Zanotti just stood there and watched him. Burrows plays on, runs around too easily. Kicks up into the forward line. Punched out by Pizzotto. Barker to clear. Barker finding Zanotti about 50. Zanotti can't mark the ball. Chips into Johnson. Come up from the forward line. Been active this quarter. He's already kicked 3. Johnson chipped into centre back. Dougie Hawk has been very quiet. Here's someone that hasn't been quiet, is Simon Atkins. Drives up forward. Looking for Dent, over their head. Rush for Edwards.
O'Reilly hurt himself too when he came down.
Edwards along the ground and out of bounds 50 metres from the Fitzroy goal.
He's holding his knee. It looked as if he jarred his knee. There he is.
Looks okay, Don. Throw in, 50 metres out from Fitzroy's goal. Punched by White over his head. Wardell Johnson can't make a clean possession. Boyd, handball to Mitchell. Rushed onto the boot. Leach and Paxman. Leach is the quicker. There it is, the siren. Historic win for Fremantle. 18-13, 121 to Fitzroy, 11-12, 78.
Australian Football Video is proud to present the Perfect Prezzie. In fact, a range of over 100 perfect prezzies. You can choose from player profiles, value-packed back-to-back packs, special events, and fantastic compilations. Only from Australian Football Video. So elbow your way into any sensible retail outlet and buy a prezzie that's sure to please.
I'd like to see that, Harry.